Hey, welcome back everyone for some more of my Coventry City career mode here on FIFA 23. And we are here at the FA Cup final. We are going to be going up against Newcastle United, the team that I support in real life. And not only are we going to do the FA Cup final, but we also going to be simming the last two Premier League games since we really have nothing else to play for, which I'm going to show you guys the table here real quick. But before we do that, hope you guys have an awesome day today. Hope you guys doing well. But let's see what the road looked like for both Coventry City and Newcastle United. Both of us started in round 3. Newcastle beat Plymouth, whereas we beat Brentford, both by 3-goal margins. Round 4, we beat Liverpool, whereas Newcastle went to a replay against Aston Villa and ended up beating them 2-1 on the replay. Round of 16, Newcastle beat Stoke 3-2, whereas we beat Arsenal 6-1. Quarterfinals, we knocked out Huddersfield, and Newcastle knocked out QPR. Both of us got easy quarterfinal draws. And we knocked out Spurs in the semifinals, and Leicester City ended up losing to Newcastle in the semifinals. And Premier League, we got 2 games left. We are still within a sniff of a title race, so, but I really don't, I still feel we overachieved a bit. I mean, we are going to be playing in the Champions League no matter what. I mean, we can still realistically win the title, but that would just depend really on Chelsea dropping a whole crap load of points. They would need to drop points in both their games. They need to lose a game and draw a game in order for that to happen. So I doubt that's going to happen. So I'm gonna stick with simming the final 2 games. And then teams in relegation trouble are Leicester, Brighton, and Watford. Brighton and Watford look like they have already clinched relegation, so it's pretty much between Sheffield United and Leicester, which looks like it's just pretty much a formality at this point. They're 6 behind Sheffield United. If Sheffield United even get a point, Leicester City will get relegated, but we are going to show the rest of the tables and stats and all that good stuff after the Newcastle match and the Premier League games, but we are going to attend the pre-match conference.
Okay, welcome everyone. We'll start questions now, please. Thank you.
Team has already tasted glory in the Carabao Cup. Now have a chance to claim a second trophy. Can the team lift up their expectations? Of course, I'm recording. That's when notifications pop up. Up against Newcastle in the final, a really strong team. Yeah, I'm sorry. It is my team, so I am excited about that. We've worked so hard to be here. It's a pretty even match contest. Do you think Newcastle United have a chance of getting? Why are you asking me a question like that? I'm going to say I fancy our chances. I don't care about Newcastle. Okay, at least in this game.
Out of time on...
Yeah, that's a ridiculous question. I can't believe they're asking me that. Let me see something real quick. Do I want to play... I was going to play my starting lineup, but let me see if the game will let me. Let me see. FA Cup... Okay, Isak and Broha, the 2 leading goal scorers in this competition, are going to be squaring off, so awesome stuff here, so... And Isak looks so good in that Newcastle kit. Awesome, awesome player. I'm so thankful as a Newcastle fan and he's a player for the team, but we are going to go into this match, and let's see how Newcastle line up against us. Okay, they got Jacob Murphy. And Isak's not even playing this game for whatever reason. It's Pino. Ballarbi on the right. I think that's Wesley Fofana alongside Big Joe and Bruno. Jamal Lewis, Jamal Lascelles, Sven Botman, and forget his first name, but Veltman I recognize, and then Dubravka in goal. And first of all, why game? Why are you constantly giving me rain? This is a cup final. Give me clear skies. Quit being like that. But we are going to wear our normal kits. And I'll keep Newcastle's home kits on. So it's the Sky Blues versus the Magpies here in the FA Cup final here at Wembley. Still think it's criminal that freaking Isak isn't going to be playing against us. I don't know what Newcastle are thinking here. You can see Armando Broja is the featured player here. I still need to figure out exactly the proper way to pronounce this guy's name. Is it Broja, Broja, Broja?
A wonderful
There's
scene
Bruno.
here at Wembley. An ocean of fans descending upon the stadium for what promises to be an absolutely riveting FA Cup final. We'll have every kick of the ball for you live on EA.
Let's see what kind of game Newcastle give us here. This is a team that I support in real life. And there's the tifo of Alan Shearer, which is awesome to see. Among the Newcastle greats.
At long last, the wait is over. A warm welcome to Wembley. This is Derek Ray, joined on the commentary.
This is a competition I would love to see us win this season. Which I'm recording this on June 7th. You guys are seeing this in beginning of February. So, hopefully Newcastle will even still win the FA Cup come the time you guys see this. Okay, we're kicking off.
And I'm really looking forward to this one.
Okay, Sulemana.
Oh, big chance.
Okay, Broja, are you going to get involved here? And yes, he does. He becomes the leading goal scorer in this competition because for whatever weird reason, Newcastle are not playing Isak. They're playing Thomas Pino instead. As we celebrate in front of our fans.
So the match is restarted.
Nice fake out there by, I think that's Bruno. Getting about. Why is Big Joe wearing 15? I want to say his first name is Joey, but I don't think that's right. Veltman. Yeah, can you run? Oh, that's right. I can't celebrate with fans. I can't stand that the game removed that feature.
So underway again, and a 2-0 advantage here.
Yeah, Big Joe wears number 7. He does not wear...
Oh, in with a chance.
What? I'm pushing up and pass.
But it was squandered. Goal kick.
I've literally pushed up and pass, and for whatever reason he... Okay, Bruno bossing that midfield like he does in real life. I'm just gonna go to Sim. Who's the captain? Is it Ostergaard? Okay, made it 3-0. Okay, Ostergaard is the captain. Broja gets a brace. Let me see Newcastle's bench here real quick. Okay, they got Darlow, Trips is in there. Jared Bowen, a player that was rumored for a long time to go to Newcastle. Of course, Isak, Manquillo, Anthony Gordon, and Chris Wood is in the bench. Why did I have 2 strikers on the bench when I only have a 1 striker? Unless they're planning on putting Isak out on the wing, which he can play there, but... Ah, that's not a good goal to give up. De Gea, what were you doing in that goal? What was De Gea doing?
Well, the action continues, and no shortage of goals. 3-1 as things stand.
Seriously, what was De Gea doing there? I mean, yeah, you could argue that our centre-backs left him out to dry, but as Sulemana restores at a 3-goal cushion. Yeah, is the game going to let me look at ratings? Thank you.
Just look at the scoreline.
Oh my god, who's number 6? Marchetti. Ostergaard's keeping holding his line, but Marchetti's just... I might end up having him. Weston McKennie makes it 5-1 Coventry.
A glut of goals. 5-1 it is.
Yeah, Marchetti might be getting benched here because he's moving too far up the pitch for my liking. Nice.
Still looking for space.
Ooh.
An alert reaction.
Yeah, let me try a corner.
So now a corner. Over it comes.
Oh, yes!
Beneath an avalanche of goals. No let up here.
And is that Weston McKennie again? Yes, it is. Nice. So Weston McKennie is definitely making his presence felt here. Which Weston McKennie is a player that was also rumored to go to Newcastle several times. Isak has come on for Murphy, which he should have been on there to begin with. And Pino's first name was Jeremy, not Tomas. Sorry about that. So Isak is going to be playing out on the wing, which is interesting, but I'm going to go ahead and make some substitutions right now. I'm only going to make one. I said substitutions, but I only plan on making one. I'm going to put Chris Richards in for Marchetti. Jones might be coming off a Hamer, and Gomes might be making way for O'Hare. But my front three is doing good. Could actually sub off Christensen and put Henriks in there, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to resume. There really should be no reason for me to get and jump back in the game. We got a 5-goal cushion.
And he's broken free.
Okay.
And danger still. And he clears it out of harm's way.
Okay, well, if Nanto would have got that ball, it would have been 7 for us.
Joelinton.
Big Joe charging ahead.
Rabi. Chances on. Decent cross, but nobody in the vicinity.
Come on. Oh, come on. Don't give him that many chances. And Bowens came on for Bellarabi.
Well,
hit the woodwork. Please clear the ball, guys. Number 8. Who's number 18?
Applying vigorous
oh,
pressure.
McKennie, why are we not clearing that ball?
And there it is, a goal. I must say, much.
What was our team doing there?
Armando Broja.
You can clear the ball, guys.
Oh, he's left his marker for dead.
There we go. Broja gets the hat trick.
A special moment for him.
Seriously, why were we not clearing that ball in that corner kick sequence there? What was our team doing?
The gulf in quality between the two sides has been huge.
Just boot the ball away.
Very quick thinking there. A danger here as he runs at them.
Come on, guys, clear the ball.
Being egged on by the crowd.
Okay, let's see this comedy of errors here. Apparently we cannot clear the ball. Don't waffle around. Just keep moving forward. Nanto, go forward. Okay, Nanto, that's a foul.
Far from a smooth challenge. Now, will the referee produce a card? Great opportunity.
And Broja scores a 4th.
Really being spoiled. This is attacking football at its finest. Well, if there were any lingering...
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and jump in now. We are getting close to full time, and I do want us to see us lift the FA Cup.
And with that,
nice work there. Chris Wood is now on the pitch. Okay, we're just going to hang on the ball now. We are going to be wearing...
Richards.
We are going to be winning our second trophy here in this career mode. Adding to the trophy cabinet. Of course, in real life, Coventry City only has one FA Cup to their name. That was back in 1987, if I recall correctly.
Well, there is going to be stoppage time,
but we're just going to keep on keeping on here. And we have won the FA Cup. We have done the Cup double.
The Cup issue is settled.
Unfortunately, it was. And why are our fans... Okay, now I think...
A story of one side celebrating and the other distraught.
Yeah, why are our fans not celebrating?
Well, just look at those scenes down there, Derek. What a contrast in emotions. Brilliant for the winners, despair for the losers. But overall, the right team won today.
But yeah, it kind of hurts me a little bit to be beating Newcastle this bad in an FA Cup final. But at the same time, though, I am manager of Coventry City. I can't be indifferent to any team.
This is special for everybody at the club. What a great moment for any young player. And this is what you dream about when you start playing.
And I just realized I only made the one substitution. I only put in... I mean, I really didn't need to really put on anybody else. The only one I really wasn't pleased with on this team was Marchetti.
Now for the trophy lift itself. The cup winners.
Well, you can just see what it means to players and the manager. It's fantastic stuff.
There's always the element of chance in a cup competition. But my goodness, they've taken the rough with the smooth. And now they savour the moment. Full marks to the entire team. And now they get the chance to exhale and enjoy.
They've been brilliant in this competition, and so
The oldest cup competition in the world, and we have won it. Like I said, we completed the cup double. We could still we are still mathematically in the Premier League. Still, like I said, I think we have overachieved just by qualifying for the Champions League, and I don't think our team is quite good enough for that, but depending on our budget, I'm going to have to bring in some new faces in this team in order for us to compete. Mainly a new starting centre mid and at least one starting centre back.
For years to come, won't they? Certainly ones to show the grandchildren.
You see Christensen, and I believe that's Fofana. I could be wrong about that, but let me just see stats here real quick. We got the most possession. We got better dribble success rate, shooting accuracy, and passing accuracy. They committed more fouls, had more corners, and got more yellows, but yeah, that's pretty much a domination as we're going to look at how Newcastle did. Highest rated player was Pino with a goal and assist. Isak, I still don't know why he didn't start this game, and Fofana assisting on Bellarabi's goal. And then those are our stats right here. Highest rated player for us was Broja with 4 goals and 1 assist. We are going to attend the post-match interview. It just seems like we attended the pre-match press conference, so might as well attend the press conference. I didn't pay attention to where Newcastle was in the Prem table. It seems to me like they are in the top half of the table. I don't know, though. Newcastle let United look difficult opponents, but 6-goal margin told its own story. Say we've grown as a team. Not sure anybody had forecasted such a dramatic end to the season. Yeah, let's go with that. And 4 goals plus the assist. Both Broja and Coventry City are very happy, which is good to see. But yeah, we are going to go and sim the final 2 games of the Premier League season. Like I said, we are mathematically in the title race. Though, like I said, I think with us just qualify as Newcastle are in 7th. But I just think with us qualifying for Champions League is pretty much overachieving. So what we're going to do is switch to our second team here. The next game we'll be playing is against Watford. Well, we won't be playing it, but let me see something for a second. What? Yes, I know. Okay, Portugal. Why are we not scouting? Okay, let's go to Germany. Yeah, let's relocate our scouts. Why are we in these countries? So I want to scout in Spain. I wish I realized this sooner. And we are going to be relocating him to Italy. Okay, any position, first team quality. Like I said, we are looking for mainly a new starting center mid and at least one starting center back. But we're going to sim this with our second team here at home against Watford. Okay, who's Ostergaard? We got bigger games coming up. And then we are going to sim this game. Okay, let's see how we do. We are not. I like to think that this team they brought in Dele Alli, which is a good signing. Okay, let's see. We end up with a 2-1 win. Raya ended up getting injured. That's not. I think this was Raya's last game anyway because I am looking to bring in a new backup goalkeeper because Raya has been way too whiny with. And he's up to 3 months, so yeah, I think his Coventry career is pretty much over. Apparently, Osagard played that match, which I didn't even notice that. But yeah, we're going to have to do... Okay, what are we going to do? Yeah, Raya, I think, pretty much played his last game for us. I'm going to need to bring in a new goalkeeper because I have, like, nobody on this team that can... Okay, let's see if I can promote somebody from my youth academy here. Which, of course, they're going to be low rated, but... Okay, let's see. Youth academy. We don't have any goalkeepers in our youth academy. Oh, boy. Hopefully nothing happens to David De Gea. Let's look at the table here real quick. Yeah, Chelsea have won the title. They must have won their last game. They are 4 points ahead of us for the last game of the season, so no matter what, they are going to be Premier League champions, which I'm okay with that, to be honest. Like I said many times before, the fact that we're even qualified for the Champions League, I think we pretty much overachieved, but... And then after this game against Sheffield United, we are going to be simming ahead to probably the 4th or the 5th of June. But we're going to go ahead and save this game. It's a shame about David Raya because he was awesome for us during the championship, but this season he's been very whiny. And Sheffield United, of course, they're battling relegation, so they definitely do need to win this game. But we're going to go ahead, quick sim this. Final game of the season. And we are going to come away with a draw. Will that be enough for Sheffield United to avoid relegation? I don't know. But before we look at tables, I am going to sim ahead to... June. I just mainly wanted to sim ahead because I'll even sim to the 2nd because I just want to make sure that we are past the Champions League final, which should be at the very latest the 1st. Okay, youth player unsettled. David Norman. Oh, and I can promote some players. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to promote you. I'm going to promote you. David Norman with the 90 potential, I am definitely going to promote him. And Saunders, I'm going to go ahead and promote him. There we go. And everybody else can just chill. But we're going to sim ahead to... Let me go to 29th. Let's see if we get any more youth players that are wanting to graduate or not. Okay, chat. It's going to say I'm the same thing it usually does. I've been dreaming about this. Of course, EA does not know how to change the dialogue. Oh, why do I keep doing that? Okay, June 2nd, we should be knowing who have won the other competitions by now, I would like to think. Okay, monthly scout report, I don't really need to see that. But before we look at tables, I do want to look at objectives here real quick. And we are in excellent standing with the board. We've done both the youth development ones. We've done this. We've even done the financial, which really wasn't a priority. But you can see we've made almost $250 million in profit. We did both of those. And of course, we weren't in Europe. Now take a look at the Premier League. We have indeed finished second. We ended up finishing. We must have lost our last game. But we do finish 3 points behind Chelsea and 6 ahead of third place Manchester City. Arsenal will be playing Europa League. Liverpool will be playing Conference League. Spurs finishing mid-table. And Sheffield United did indeed survive relegation, which all they needed was a single point, which if they didn't get it last game, they got it with us. Leicester and Watford going straight back down, with Brighton joining them in the second division. I already showed the FA Cup table at the beginning of the episode. Should I say FA Cup bracket? I don't think we were in round, which round 1 is usually lower league. I don't even think we were in the... Yeah, okay, we were. We beat Sutton in round 2. We ended up beating Southampton in round 3. Round 4, we ended up beating Everton. Quarterfinals, we knocked out Leeds. Semifinals, we eliminated Manchester United. And we ended up beating Wolves 6-2, which I did show that on camera. Super Cup at the beginning of the season was won by Inter Milan. Fair play to them. They ended up beating Manchester City in a rematch of the, I believe, the 2022 or 2023 Champions League final. Speaking of Champions League final, Real Madrid beat Barcelona in an El Clasico. Europa League was won by Tottenham. They beat Feyenoord. And Conference League was won by Napoli. They ended up beating Nice. And European Championship, I don't care about. But we're going to take a look at the rest of England here, if I can find the right thing. And we're going to look at player stats after that. Okay, Championship. Bournemouth and Brentford are going up. Southampton tied with Brentford, but got a lower goal differential. So, the Saints are going to have to battle against Norwich, Leeds, and Preston in the playoffs in order to win promotion. Relegated sides are Sheffield Wednesday, Peterborough, and Charlton. League 1, Sunderland and Derby will be promoted to Championship. Blackpool, Plymouth, Bolton, and Reading in the playoffs. Relegated sides are Stockport, Mansfield, Northampton, and Rochdale. And League 2, Cambridge, Crawley, and Morecambe getting promoted. Swindon, Newport, Bradford, and Accrington in the playoffs. And if relegation was a thing, Stevenage and Harrogate Town would be going down to the Conference National. But we're going to take a look at player stats. And Broya is the leading goal scorer in the Premier League. Gyökeres ended up getting 10 less. So between the both of them, 38 goals scored between the both of them. Nonto with the most assists, one ahead of Phil Foden, which is awesome to see. And De Gea, 1 clean sheet behind Edison. Pope ended up getting 2 clean sheets. Better play to him. Raya with 2 clean sheets, which is awesome. And De Gea with a clean sheet. Most assists went to Sulemana. Luka Bacchio with 3, despite only being here for half a season. Well, I mean, we weren't participating until halfway through the season. So, and of course, Broya with his 4 goals, leading goal scorer in the FA Cup. Gyökeres was a leading goal scorer in the Carabao Cup. And deservedly so. He's been awesome. And also tied with the most assists. So, Gyökeres getting the job done for us in this competition. Raya with 2 clean sheets. I'm sorry if you hear that in the background. That's just my dogs. But we are going to take a quick look through transfer history here. You can see, we did sign Luca Romero, which I am sending him out on loan. I may end up featuring him in the series finale, though. Which I do plan, by the way, next season, I do plan on having my final season. Though I do plan on playing the UEFA Super Cup to end the series on. Of course, you can see Luca Bacchio. We made a swap deal for him. Seiwald was whiny about game time, so I ended up getting rid of him. And a bunch of other just players that I just don't play with anymore. Or just, I just needed to upgrade those positions. We're on our way out. We're going to take a look at Youth Academy here. If there's anybody in particular you want to look at, both with attributes and stats, you can go ahead and pause the video. Yeah, some of these guys like Carlson, Eriksson, if they don't have at least, which everybody, other than those two guys, everybody else has at least 85 potential, so I have a feeling Eriksson and Carlson are going to be on their way out, but I want people that have good potential, as we're going to look at attributes here real quick, and development plans. Okay, let's work on his skill moves. Although I think he was one of the guys that I was planning on not promoting. Excuse me, sorry about that. 1 week for him to reach a 58, I'm happy with that. I'm gonna sneeze again. Sorry about that. Forgot how many strikers we had, which I'm happy about because I hardly ever get strikers in my youth academy. And then we're going to be looking at our main team. We're going to look at stats and attributes for them. And it should be no surprise. Well, actually, Jokeres gave him a good, which Jokeres actually had more goal involvements. He had 43 as opposed to Broja's 40. But if there's anybody in particular you want to look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. But yeah, my front line of Broja, Solomano, and Nacho, I'm very happy with. Callum O'Hare is a very good backup center attacking mid. Mbumo, very good backup winger. Gomes, definitely championship ready. Curtis Jones, I'm possibly going to be looking to let go. I'm possibly going to be upgrading that center mid position. Hamer, awesome backup center mid. I'm going to hang on to him. McKennie, good enough starting center mid, so I'm going to hang on to him. Pereira, I've been very happy with him, so he's going to be sticking around. Luque Bacchio, very happy with him. Chris Richards, I may look to move him on. He doesn't really have much more upside to him. Firpo, good backup left back. You can see some of our loan players, which I'm getting notification after notification after notification, which is irritating me. Eklund grew by 2. He's at a 70 during his time at Ajax. Of course, Raya, I'll be looking to replace him next season. Romero will be going to Napoli at the beginning of next season. I need to blow my nose after this. I apologize if I've gotten more nasal since I sneezed. Even more nasal than what I usually have. Henrik's ended up getting 3 assists. Fair play to him. Ostergaard, I'm probably going to keep him as one of my starting center backs. I think he's good enough. And then David De Gea, he is 33, but goalkeepers don't depreciate as fast as what outfielders do, so I am going to keep him for next season. And he did grow by 1, so I've been very happy with him. And he does have some upside left despite being 33 years of age. Rye, I'm not going to bother with him. We only got 2 goalkeepers, which is very rare for me. Usually I have many more goalkeepers. Usually I have, between my youth academy and everything else, I usually have between 6 and 7 goalkeepers at this point in the career mode. But if there's anybody in particular we'll look at, you can go ahead and pause the video. Richards, I'm not too arsed about if I'm being honest, because I'll be looking to move him on. Marchetti, I'll be hanging on to him. Machado, I'll be looking to keep him, rather. Be a good backup center back. McKennie... See, look, 23 on okay. He's going to reach an 85 sometime next year. 33 weeks, Curtis Jones. It's just taking him way too long to grow, so I'm going to be moving him on. Hamer, I'm not too worried about if he grows or not because he's a backup. It's going to take him 37 okay to reach an 80. I'm fine with that. And Pereira, he has been good despite his rating, so hopefully dynamic potential kicks in for him, but I'm just going to skip over these guys. Again, I do apologize, I sound more nasally than usual. Okay, O'Hara doesn't really matter if he doesn't grow anymore. Gomes. I'm happy he's already an 85, so it doesn't really matter for... Oh, I didn't change Luca Bacchio. I never did change him to... So he's at the same overall as... Mbumo. And I've heard it's not... Okay, what am I doing? Okay, there we go. What? Again, I pushed the wrong button and this crap happens. Oh, okay, I am... Okay. But yeah, I have heard people pronounce it Embuemo. It is not Embuemo, it is Mbumo. You can see the E comes before the U. There is no way sound to it. Of course, Nonto, very good winger. Gilker is a very, very good backup striker. Though, and I believe in FC25 he's at an 86 rating, which is deserved because he's a fantastic player in real life. And I just realized I just skipped past Gyökeres. Okay, 10 and okay. He'll reach an 80. But there we go. That is our Coventry City side going into Season 3. Some of these players will be on our way out. We're going to be bringing in some new players in because we are going to be getting ready for championship football. And... I said this before, but from this FIFA on, it just seems like it's really hard to grow center mids and center backs. But we're going to take a look at this real quick to see if there's anybody here. You can see Big Joe making Player of the Month, which is awesome to see. You can see Raya right there. You can see we've won a Champions League spot. We've won FA Cup. But yeah, that is how this team is looking going into Season 3. Hope you guys are looking forward to it. But thank you guys so much for watching this. Hope you guys are enjoying this series so far. I will see you guys again next time.